and hit the notification. So let me show you how sun has affected our corn garden, guys. And many people here are struggling to get the better yields in their corn gardening, but they were expecting good yields, but right now they they are in they are yearning because they were expecting only good yields in the garden. Let me show you, these are our corns, guys. That is our corn which you are seeing there. We have totally failed to produce, and they have died. As you can see there, they have totally died because of too much sun in this season of June. I don't know what we shall do to solve those problems, guys. Sure, we have totally been affected with too much sun. Some of them are trying to do well, but for sure this is how the situation is this side. It is not accommodating any farmer to be happy on his or her face, guys. And all people, they are busy yearning, especially the farmers who carried out agriculture, not only corns, and other people who have tried to get tried to plant their crops such as beans, peanuts, cowpeas, and cassava. So that's how we are suffering, guys. And you can see our maize, are not doing well at all. So this is the current situation on this side. Kindly members, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hit the notification. We have more for you. We have brought for you new ideas. Kindly subscribe, hit the notification, and share. So let's go ahead. This is the situation we are going through, and lots of farmers sure they are not happy with there due to too much sun, which has affected our corns. Yes, it has affected our corns, and I'll be taking through the dangers these corns are facing, guys. The dangers faced by these corns. You see, they are not performing well because of too much sunshine, and due to the high sunlight, sunshine. This has resulted our crops to become stunted, and as you can see, those leaves, they are not feeling fine, and you can see some of them, they are trying to come brown, like this one here. They are very brown. You see, they are very brown because of that sign, and this can result into also soil erosion. The soil is going to lose its structure. You can see that is the dust. She has already turned it into a dust, and this will lead the soil to lose its structure due to too much sun, and even the crops themselves are suffering with that with that problem which you are seeing there. That's why they are turning into this picture which you are seeing here. They are not performing well because of that too much sunshine in our garden. And remember that when you try to make sure that you apply the irrigation this side, it is very expensive to some farmers, including me. And You can see some of them here, even the grasses are turning brown. This is due to too much sunshine. So there is heat stress. So high temperatures from excessive sunshine can cause heat stress in corn plants, leading to reduced growth, wheating, and potential crop failures. That's why you are seeing they have totally failed to come with the nice looking image, and this will result into totally loss of yields in our corn or our garden of corn, guys. So it has also brought the drought condition. Due to the prolonged drought condition, this is because of high sunshine can lead and soil moisture loss, creating drought and conditions that stress the plants, reduce yields. Of course, guys, these plants for sure they have reduced their yields. They have reduced. This has led to too much sunshine, which is affecting them here on the garden. And so, guys, let me see. This is a bad or a natural calamity that is affecting us in this area as farmers, and I don't know whether we can overcome it, but that is how the seasons are changing. But we are not alone. There are other people have been sharing the information with other people on different districts and provinces. They have told me that they are also performing the same situation, and this has totally, it is countrywide. In our country, Uganda, where I don't know if you are also suffering on this kind of calamity, but this is really a disaster, guys. It is a disaster. I'm going to show you other crops which are not performing well. The corns, they are not performing well, and this one for them, they have totally failed because of prolonged drought in our village. I'm not alone to get those yields which you are expecting in the garden. So let me go there and I show you my neighbor's gardening. Let me show you my neighbor garden. So those ones which you are seeing, those ones. Let me walk over there and you see, I'm not alone. There are so many farmers who are struggling with that issue of prolonged drought. You can see these ones, they have totally failed. Totally failed, guys. We are in the same situation. Even they have not produced. They have not produced, and that is a loss, a total loss. A total loss is on this side, but me, I'm not going to give up. I know this has just come as a by the way. This is my neighbor's garden, guys, and totally we have suffered a lot. We have suffered a lot, guys. You can see how they are looking. They have not produced. They have not produced. These are my neighbors gardening. I'm not alone. We are all yearning for rain, but the rain has failed. The problems or what are these plants are facing. These plants, they are also facing a lot of problems, lots of them, and finally one of them, they are not receiving enough water. They are not receiving enough water. That's why they are performing like that, and due to lack of of water, of course this will not make them to produce good yields. Yeah, that is one of the challenges we are facing on this area, guys. So another one is that there is candles. Excessive sunlight can cause candles on cones, leaves, leading to tissue damage and reduced photosynthesis. You remember that photosynthesis is the process by which green plants make their own food using oxygen, water, and others. So they have totally lost their green plants or green color. That's why seeing some of them are turning brown, others they are still in green, so they have lost their photosynthesis. That is the current situation here at the village, guys. That is the current situation, guys. I'm also facing on that. Another one is that there is nutrient deficiency. High sunshine and can result into high temperatures, can accelerate nutrients uptake and metabolism potential, leading nutrients deficiency if the soil is not adequately replenished. So this is a terrible attack of our crops, and due to those losses of nutrients deficiency, finally the soil will lose that ability to make the crop to grow well, and even the potentially leading nutrients deficiency, and the soil will not perform well. As you can see there, they are not performing well. You can see even the pollen grains, they are not also performing well, guys. So let's go to the side and we see what is happening on another garden. Guys, that is a natural disaster which you are facing. That is a natural disaster we are facing right now here at the village. Some have decided to give up because of the situation, but me, even the coming season, I'll be able to plant my crops. We learn from making mistakes. If you don't learn from making mistakes, I don't know whether you will be able to succeed in the project. Everything that we do, there is challenges. Even in agriculture, there is challenges, but the season has not been good for us this side. You can see there's a lot of brown color that side. That shows that for sure the drought has totally affected us here on our village, and I don't know how we can fight this. Is that which you can do is that to apply irrigation, and irrigation is very expensive, guys. Irrigation is very expensive. You can see that drought. That is the drought. Even our corns there are not performing well that side. So that is the current situation, and right now even me, where I'm standing right now, I'm hearing that heat. There's too much temperatures here hitting me on this side of our village, on this village, guys. So let me walk over there and I see. So let's take you into another problem which are facing our crops here at the garden, guys. You can see those ones. At least these ones are still young. They can try to perform well, but they are also. Another one is water management. Farmers may need to increase irrigation to compensate for the higher evaporation rate, leading to a higher water usage and cost and and potentially depletely water resources. So for we farmers, we need to actually, it is costly. It is costly to apply irrigation, and once you apply irrigation, this means that you have to put more labor to get that irrigation system, and you come and apply it on your garden. And if you try to count the expenses, you find that if you are not financially stable, this will blow away, this will take you away of your farming due to prolonged drought if you are not financially stable. I'm also facing the same challenge here at the village, guys. Our corns are not performing well, and the water system is almost 2 kilometers away from here, and few can manage, including me. Few of us can manage here at our village here on the garden, guys. So let me take you to another point where these corns are suffering a lot, guys. They are suffering really a lot. They don't have good supply of water. Another is soil degradation. Soil degradation, this is a high temperatures can dry out the soil, reducing its structure and health, making it more prone and to erosion. So this will bring soil erosion. I've told you earlier that soil erosion is the washing away of topsoil using usually by the help of wind and other agents that are available for that process to occur. So even this drought can cause soil erosion. Finally, the soil has totally lost their structures, and even due to soil degradation, they have reduced their structure and health, making it more prone and to erosion. And soil erosion is the washing away, so they don't have to gain more on their garden where they are right now. You can see there how they are performing. Look at this one. They are not doing well. Another one is pest and disease outbreaks. Some pests and disease thrive in hot sunny conditions, which can lead to increased infestation and crop damage. When it comes to prolonged drought, finally these crops which you are seeing here, the corn, the plant corns, they will not perform well. Why? Sunshine attract pests and diseases. I'm repeating this: sunshine, too much sunshine or prolonged drought, these attract pests and diseases. They accommodate these pests. You find that in the place where prolonged drought is too much, many crops are likely to get that problem of pests and diseases. Pests will be many, and even diseases. Let me take you and I show you what I'm saying. Pests and diseases will kill your crops due to too much sunshine. This will lead pests and diseases. They will be attracted. Pests and diseases will be attracted to crops such as corns, where I'm right now. So let me show you this one. I'm taking the reality. You can see they have already attracted pests. These are pests. They are destroying the corn. Already this one is being destroyed. It is being destroyed. Even this one here. So prolonged drought will cause pests and diseases in your garden, guys. So this situation, it normally accommodates those pests which will come and attack your crops. You can see they are busy suffering. due to too much sunshine, it will attract many pests and diseases in our garden than the rainy season. So that is the problem which is faced by prolonged drought, and it will lead our crops to perform bad. They will not produce. You can see this is the coming stem from under there to underground, but it has also not come. Others are here. This one, it is also not performing well, and another one is there. I've been telling you this, that they really attract pests and diseases in the garden. You can see they have already destroyed some corn. Pests and diseases will do like this due to prolonged drought. Drought brings a lot of pests and diseases, and you can see this is what we are suffering with. They are there. I don't know whether you can see them. Those one, even if you apply the pesticide, you'll be wasting your time during the time of drought. Yes, this will totally affect your corn, your plant corn. As are here. So guys, that's how we are suffering with this prolonged drought in our garden due to outbreak of prolonged drought in our garden, guys. There are also others here which you are seeing. Those ones, the leaves are not performing well. The needs are not performing well because of pests which have come and damage our crops. Another one is pollination issues. Extremely high temperatures can affect the viability of corn pollen, leading to poor pollination and lower kernel set. Guys, you have seen me catching on this one. Now this one do not practice pollen grains. Pollen grains is the transfer of pollen grains from answer to the stigma. So here it has already lost the pollen grains. So this one will not produce because even the stem is being destroyed. That is what we are facing this side due to the prolonged drought. You can see, guys, those ones. Those are terrible diseases which have attacked our crops. Even here. So guys, let me see in the comment section, are you also going through this type of, these disadvantages, or you are just enjoying? For us, we are suffering with this kind of drought. You can see a lot of brown is this side. Even though some parts are doing well, some parts of the garden are doing well, but others are not doing well. All those ones which you are seeing, they are cones. Those are cones. That's how the sun has totally affected our gardening. Those are cones which you are seeing. They are looking like grasses, but due to prolonged drought, it has totally affected our plans of gardening. I have someone who has practiced, and for him, he has just gave up. I always saw you, this man. For him, he didn't even bother to remove the weeds, but he just left them there, and he totally gave up. Those are cones which are in the weeds. Those are weeds here, these are weeds, and those are cones in the weeds. So that one will also lead to poor quality of the cones. those corns which you are seeing, they are totally in weed. So for him, he decided to give up. This is my neighbor's garden. Yeah, for him, he did not even bother. Once he saw that there is too much sunshine, the prolonged drought, he had to give up, and he did not even remove the weeds. But for us, even who have tried to remove weeds, who have also faced the same challenges. So that is the current situation here at our garden, guys, at the village. Another one, it is lodging. Prolonged heat can weaken corn stalk, making them more susceptible to storm on high winds. So due to high winds, these crops are likely, the corns plants are likely to be destroyed by too much winds. Prolonged winds, if it come and blows, they will also be not available due to high winds, because they have faced the prolonged drought on our garden. Then back on my garden, this is my garden. This is the problem which you are facing, guys. You can see how they are looking like. How they are looking. They are looking like grasses, but they had broad leaves. These were broad leaves, but now they are very stunted. Very, very stunted. Imagine. That is the current situation, guys, which you are facing. On this side, we had corns, this side here, but nothing you can see here because of too much drought. Imagine we also applied fertilizers, guys. We also applied fertilizers. At least some area you can see that there is corn growing, but when it comes on this space here, we don't have corns which have grown, and we applied the fertilizers, but they totally failed due to prolonged drought in the village, guys. So let me take you to this man of mine. He is also suffering. Those corns which you are seeing there, let me take you there, guys. Those corns which you are seeing, they are also in bad situations, really, really bad situations. Imagine. And he also applied fertilizers, and they decided to look like this. This is the prolonged drought which we are facing on the village. Another one is the extended growing season. These extended growing seasons will affect us for sure due to multiple planting of corns in our garden. In our gardens, that one will totally reduce our yields. Another one is cost effectively. It will cost effective if you apply irrigation. Few people in this area have ever seen anyone practicing irrigation. That shows that people cannot manage irrigation, including me myself. I cannot manage irrigation. You can see this is what we are talking about. That one, they are not performing well. They are not performing well, guys. I don't know, drop a comment and see if you are also suffering the same challenges. Oh, they have not produced. That is a total loss, guys. Total loss. So this season we have decided to count it as a loss in our garden. This is a total loss due to prolonged drought in our garden. Prolonged drought, this can also lead to the soil to lose its natural organic manure. When I talk to natural organic manure, I mean this thing that will decompose in the soil. like dry grasses, and also applying organic manures like cow dung. This will also lower their ability to perform their function. I think you can see, guys, this is a terrible natural disaster that we are facing on our garden, and we shall not get any corn on these plants, on these corn plants, because they have not produced. They have totally not produced, and the soil for sure it has lost its structure. Imagine we applied the fertilizer, and the fertilizer they did not perform its function. The fertilizers we applied, they didn't take the action. I think sometimes you could plant them, like you could get a hole and dig a small hole here and you plant the seed. Then after like 2 weeks you'll find when those pests have eaten the seeds inside of seed. You'll find that they have destroyed the seed. They have totally destroyed that seed which you have planted. So let's back on this. Well, it's prolonged. I mean stunted. They are stunted, these ones. That brown which you are seeing there, we see that's what we are facing. Prolonged drought. The corns are not performing well. Guys, the corns are not performing well, and it is not easy for us to get irrigation farming. Even the water, it's hard for us, even for us to use domestic water. It's hard to get it. It's around 2 kilometers away from here, because this is we are surrounded by hills. And you know, on the hills we are at the top. We are at the top of the hill. There it's hard to get the water. This is what we are facing, guys. They look like elephant grasses, but they are cones. Those one which you are seeing, they look like grasses, but they are cones. That is the challenge which you are facing here at our village. Let's proceed and see this the dry grass. I can call it dry grass because they are looking like grasses. Imagine, you can see they have reached at this extent of dry leaves. So even the dry leaves, you can see they are possessing dry leaves. Corns take 3 to 4 months for them to be mature. These ones, they are now in 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. But you can see the way how they are looking like. They are looking like grasses. That is the challenges we are facing here as farmers. And imagine 2 months they are looking like this. At this level they'll be at least like around 4 feet. But if right now some of them even haven't reached 1 foot of 1 feet. You can see this one. It even not reaching at 1 feet of. When you get your tape measure, you cannot even get that measurement. So that is the current situation, guys. Some are trying to get up, but some have totally failed. Others are here. Those ones, they have totally failed. Totally failed. I think we can use irrigation farming. People who are financially stable, they will apply irrigation. Guys, we applied everything here. We applied everything on this garden. We applied manure. We applied artificial fertilizer, but these are the results which we have got. These are the results. The prolonged sunshine. This is what has brought, it has brought at this to this level. This is what you are seeing. Sunshine has really made a history on our garden. It is a history, total history on our. Imagine now this one, it has already produced the pollen grains. You can see they are flying. These are pollen grains, but nowhere they can be fertilized because they have failed to produce because of prolonged sunlight, too much sunshine. That brown which you are seeing, it is just the cones which have totally failed. Cones have totally failed. I don't know whether if for you are performing well on your garden. If you are watching this video, we are on total loss. Some are trying to catch up, but some are not doing well, guys. Some are not doing well. You can see this one. The leaves have turned into brown color. This means that they have totally dried. You can see all leaves are stunted. Actually, too much sunshine, this will reduce the moisture in the soil. So due to these plant cones, they are not receiving the waters which they want from the soil. Remember that the roots, they are the one which absorb water and the mineral salt to the plants. So they are not receiving the best, they are not receiving the nutrients which they need to perform such function for them to grow well and produce nice corn. We're still doing a survey to our garden, guys. So let's go on other side. At least these ones, they are a bit okay, but they also don't have nice leaves. So let us go on the other side and we see. These ones, they have totally also failed. These ones, they are still young. Imagine, even they are about 1 feet. They're about 1 feet, but they are also not performing well with so much sunshine. These are the pests. They are busy enjoying. Because this is their great work for them to do such activities. This condition will attract more pests. That's why you're seeing some of them are being affected by pests and diseases. So pests and diseases, as I told you earlier on, that they will be enjoying in this prolonged drought, because that is the good condition for them to perform their function, of destroying our crops. Let me give you a bit. Beans are here. Beans they have also not doing well. These are beans. They are also failed. You can see beans are not performing well also. You can see beans are not performing well, guys. That you can see the small seed which I'm getting. So let's embark on our corns. I have different neighbors, so let me take you to another neighbor who's also doing the same activity. Those ones, they are also not performing well. Now this is my neighbor's corn. You can see they also have dry leaves. Those ones, they are not getting enough water from the soil. This is usually by use of their roots, because the roots are the one bring water and mineral salts to the plant. This is my neighbor's garden. You can see the boundary. This is the feeder road which is taking that side, and this is my corns here. They are really not performing well. You can see these ones, the pests have destroyed. You can see inside there, they have totally eaten the corn plants, which are just growing, and this has totally affected many farmers on our village. Look at this one, they have even started producing. You can see the maize grain, I mean the pollen grains. They are there. Guys, let me see in the comment section, what can I do? Which other methods can I use? Because I'm not located near the river, I'm not located near the shallow well. Guys, let me see in the comment section. You can see some of them are being eaten by this pest. Now this one has totally failed. It has totally failed. You can see it has already been eaten by pests. Pests like this season where there is prolonged drought, those will come and destroy them. You can see they have totally destroyed it and it has fallen down. Let me remove and I show you this one. They have eaten it from the ground, from the stem. Now this is a lost. It has already gone. Let's move to the next. Now these are diseases which have attacked my corns. Those one which you are seeing there, they have destroyed the leaves. So guys, let me see in the comment section, if you are new to the channel, kindly consider subscribing and hit the notification, guys. These are beans. They have also turned brown, very brown at the early age. We did not expect them to be turning brown, but due to too much drought, they have totally failed. You can see the land is very hot, very hot. You can see even you can get the big particles due to prolonged drought. You can see, you can get those things, those solid particles. It is due to prolonged drought. These are beans. They have also facing the same challenge. Let me try to remove some seeds and see. You can see what I'm getting. very small and tiny seeds which you are getting from our garden. Guys, drop the comments and see whether this is which other method can I use to overcome this natural disaster on my garden. Even some plants are not doing well. This is the granite, also not doing well. You can see this brown, the brown area is all being affected by sun, the prolonged sun. We shall wait for the next season. I'm sure the next season there we should expect too much rain, which will help our crops to grow well. All what you are seeing there is, those ones are cones. They are cones which are being destroyed by prolonged sunlight, guys. I mean sunshine. Let me see in the comment section what can we do on this bad situation. It's not so easy to get these cones because we planted them expecting to get good yields, and we also applied fertilizers, but they did not catch up. You can see that is the problem which you are facing on this side. Agriculture has good advantages and some bad disadvantages. Some are doing well, but some have totally not doing well. Pests, they are busy eating them. Pests, they are eating the cones, and they enjoy this prolonged drought because it is the best. It is the best situation for them, where it is the good condition for them to reproduce and multiply many in the garden. We also have our simple granates, beans. The beans are also totally failed. They have failed. These browns which you are seeing, these are beans. They have also totally failed not to produce because of prolonged drought. You can see you can get only 2 seeds from these beans which you are seeing here. These are beans. They are also not performing well. Let me get some on the soil. These ones, even the seeds are not big. That shows that the sun has really affected us this side, the prolonged sunshine. So that are here, that one you are seeing, very dry. You can see they have affected the beans. This back on our cones, those cones which you are seeing there, they are also being affected by drought, prolonged drought. But those are some of the challenges. There's no need of giving up. We shall be there trying better methods of how to apply other method and gain more and more yields in our garden. guys, look at this one. It's also affected with some pests and diseases. Pests like them when it is during the drought season. Pests will also come and consume those leaves of plant cones. So that is their chance for them to consume those leaves when it comes to prolonged drought in your garden. So they will have a chance to get the food to eat, to destroy your corn plants. But when it comes to rainy season cannot accommodate them to stay there because there is too much rain. But for the case of prolonged drought, they'll be able to get that warmth in that garden. Kindly members, consider subscribing and even hit the notification. Guys, this is the current situation we are right now. Some of them are not doing well, some are still young, they are not at the same level. Now this one is at this level and another one is around like 2 feet long. So when we were planting these cones, we planted some, and when we came back after 2 weeks, we found that some of them did not grow, and we had to apply others. We had to apply others so that we can get more cones in our garden. Kindly consider subscribing, guys, and hit the notification. This is the current situation we are going through here at the village, guys. They have told me here that when next season, if we plant these cones, we must apply the pesticide. We shall have to soak those seeds in the pesticides, then we plant the seeds. This will not be affected by pests and diseases which can destroy our corn, because even this corn, before growing up this stage, they were destroyed by some pests in the holes that we are planting them. You can see here, they were totally destroyed, guys. Another one is there. Imagine. So that is the situation we are right now, and they are not performing well. Some of them, they are looking great, but in the other side they have totally turned brown because of some unnecessary diseases which attack them, and they have attacked them in this prolonged drought. And remember, prolonged drought accommodate more pests for them to reproduce more and more. As you can see there on this cone, it also being destroyed by those pests and diseases. So guys, kindly, if you are new, consider subscribing and hit the notification, guys. Let me see in the comment section whether this is helpful. We are facing a bitter problem, very bitter, because this side the sun is too much, very too much, guys. Let's go to another garden. Another garden is here, that one which you are seeing there. That garden, it also not performing well. That garden is also not performing well. You can see, so the leaves are not doing well. Those leaves, you can see. But for her, she did intercropping. Guys, this is another garden. She did intercropping. She planted beans and corns and corn plants. So I think for her, she's going to gain something, because the beans, even though they have not come well, but the beans are also doing a little good. These beans, but they have also not come well because of too much sun, the prolonged drought, which is affecting us on this side. You can also see these ones, these corns. We are in the garden where we applied intercropping. Intercropping is this where you grow different crops. We applied corns and beans, and the beans for them have dried up. Those are beans which you are seeing here. These ones are beans. Kindly guys, consider subscribing and hit the notification. Another garden is where we are. This is the second garden, guys, where we did intercropping. That is the current situation. And if you are new, kindly guys, consider subscribing and drop the comment. Let's see in the comment section what can we do due to this prolonged drought, because it's not easy to get water this side. The water is very expensive and it is very far away from our garden. Look at the stem, already destroyed by pests. This one which you are seeing, it's already being destroyed by the pests. Now this one will not produce. That is already another loss. Let's proceed to another one. See, those are problems which are faced by farmers here on our garden, guys. I'm not facing this alone, but there are also others which are in the same situation. The same situation of this prolonged drought, and some of them, imagine, they paid much more money to pay the workers to plant for them these corns. They plant corns, guys. You see, that is the challenges we are facing here at our garden. Kindly, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hit the notification, guys. We are busy rotating on our garden, sharing the ideas on how to solve this problem of prolonged drought. Remember, it is a natural disaster. It is a natural disaster. It is not artificial disaster. All corns are in a terrible condition. They are in a terrible condition, as you can see them there. Very terrible. Look at this one, guys. So kindly, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hit the notification. Those are corns which are being destroyed by prolonged drought in the village here on our garden. So let's go on this one, the second garden. Even these ones, they are not performing well. Kindly members, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so that we see what we can do on this gardening, guys. Now this is a small garden. Those are beans. Those are beans which you are seeing. They're also dry. They are near the. They are near the. This is a mango tree where we have these cones which are being affected by prolonged drought. Those one which you are seeing, they are in bad condition, and for us to overcome this situation, we need to apply irrigation. We need to apply irrigation on our garden so that we can overcome such situations here on our garden, guys. This one which you are seeing here, very terrible attack, and I think it has affected many farmers in our garden. As I talk right now, some of them are busy resting because they are not expecting this kind of natural calamity which have faced on our garden. Very, you can see the leaves, guys. These are the leaves. Very dry, very dry. Kindly, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing, and we share different ideas on our garden. Let's proceed and we see on the next garden. We have around 3 gardens around us here at our village. Let me walk over there and see what is taking place on this 3rd garden, because we have 3 gardens which are surrounded here. So those ones which you are seeing there, they are being affected with the drought, guys. Kindly, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hit the notification. That's how drought has affected us. Imagine, hard to believe, but it is true. We are really suffering a lot on our garden as farmers. And I told you that it is not easy for us to practice irrigation farming. So we plant in seasons. We do plant in season, and this will help us. We did plant in season. We receive the rainwater in the garden. Let me continue taking you on that garden which you are seeing. This is our garden which is being destroyed. That is the garden, guys. So that is the problem we are facing as farmers here at the village. You can see them. They have leaves like those ones of grasses, but they are cones. This was a terrible natural disaster which has deflected our crops not to perform well. They are not performing well because of prolonged drought which has totally destroyed our crops. That is the drought, guys. Guys, let me see in the comment section. If you are new, kindly consider subscribing. This is the current situation at the village. That is the current situation, guys, which we are facing. You see, those ones, some of them are very, now look at this one, they are very, this is a terrible attack. They are not performing well. So guys, that is our challenge here at the village. So kindly consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified for every video here on our garden, guys. So guys, let me see in the comment section whether this is helpful. Let's see the idea of which you can use to overcome the prolonged drought. Irrigation scheme. This side it is not easy to apply because we are located on hills. For sure, irrigation is very hard on this side to apply. But this is what we are facing as farmers on our garden. This is what we are facing, guys. Very terrible. Those one which you are seeing there right now, those are our corn suffering with sun. They are suffering with prolonged drought. Some of them have already produced the pollen grains, the flowers. Remember, the flowers are the one which produce the pollen grains. You can see this one. These are pollen grains. So some have already produced, but I'm sure that they will not produce well because of this too much sun. Because of too much sunshine that has totally destroyed our plant cones. You can see them there. Very terrible. It's very terrible, guys, this side on our garden. I don't know what we shall do, but the next season it will be better, because the next season where we are going to plant, I remember that is July. In July is there, or August, we shall be planting better crops, and there we expect too much rain. But on this season has not been good on our side due to this natural disaster. The drought has totally destroyed our crops, guys. Very terrible. You can see some of them, you can think that they are grasses, but those are corn plants. Those ones, they are corns. So kindly, guys, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing and hit the notification. Kindly, guys, consider subscribing and hit the notification. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Those one which you are seeing, guys, they are being destroyed by prolonged drought. The prolonged drought has totally destroyed our crops here at the village. If you are new, kindly consider subscribing. Welcome to Pugu Garden, where we talk the do's and don'ts of agriculture. On these ones, we did not apply there the fertilizer, and for them they are doing well, but the ones where we applied the fertilizer, those ones which you are seeing that side there, because them they are performing well. But these ones not put there the fertilizer, but they are trying, but they are also affected by prolonged drought on our garden. It is true that these corns have totally failed to produce good yields. Yes, they will produce, but the yields will be not good at all because of this too much sun, which has destroyed our crops on the village. You can see them how they are looking like, grasses. So those one which you are seeing there, right there, is where we applied the fertilizers. But the one where we applied the fertilizers are not doing well. But where we did not apply, they are doing well. But the sun has destroyed both sides, both cones. This one is producing the pollen grains. Some haven't. And this one just producing the pollen grains, you can see there. But others, they have totally not producing. So that's the current situation which we are facing here as farmers, as local farmers at the village. Even these ones here, you can see that they are green, but the leaves are very, very stunted, as you can see them. The leaves are so very stunted. So kindly let me end up the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Lots of love. Bye bye.